Hey guys, how you doing? It's Erica Quadros here, and I'm here to talk about some more plants. I'm not sure if you saw my first video, but basically I went over a few really easy care plants that anyone can plant, and once again, I'm here to show you that anyone can plant. For the people out there who love plants but they feel like they just can't do it, it's too hard, I don't have a green thumb, it's not true. I'm here to help you with that, and I want you to get out there and plant. So we're going to go over a few more of my favorites. This right over here is an echinacea. They also call it coneflower. This is a very easy care perennial, and some of the more kind of native or common varieties are pinks or whites. They tend to get quite tall, but this series right over here is a little bit more of a dwarf series. I don't want to say it's a complete dwarf, but it's much shorter, and it's the Sombrero series. So the Sombrero series is made up of coneflower that come in an array of beautiful, very vivid colors: reds, oranges, yellows, all different shades. And what's nice about them is that they have a shorter stature and they have much sturdier stems. The flowers too. They're just, it has a little bit of a thicker yet not as lengthy petal, even when they're fully out compared to some coneflower, and they're just gorgeous, really. It's an excellent line of coneflower. And back to what I got into in the last video, there's so many hybrids out there of plants. There's only a million different types of coneflower, a million different types of black-eyed Susan, so on and so forth. But for the ones that I've had experience with, this is a great series, so I highly recommend it. And this plant, full sun, echinacea like a lot of sun, well-drained soil. They're not finicky. Just don't plant them in a wet area. They won't like that. And we love pollinators. So anything that attracts bees, butterflies, hummingbirds, it's a total win for so many reasons. It's great to watch them, and it's great to know that they're pollinating things and that they're doing well. So this is a plant that butterflies love. It's a butterfly magnet. So, and it's very long blooming. You're going to get a long bloom season out of this. Once again, this is early July. She just opened up not too long ago, and she's going to go on for a few weeks or so. Excellent plant. We're going to move on to another one in the same series. That was Sombrero Salsa Red. This is Sombrero Adobo Orange. And as you can see here, the color really, it's just phenomenal. It's eye-catching. And even from a distance, I have one on either side of my garden here, and even by the road, which is a bit away from my garden, you can really see this little plant shine. Back to how that Sombrero series is such an excellent series when it comes to, shorter, sturdier stems, really long blooming flowers. They'll max out probably around 18 to 22 inches, somewhere in there. Plants always get bigger than what the tags say, but that's so far what I've found with them. They're not going to really get much bigger than that. And if you want to get into the design aspect a little bit about what looks good with colors, if you can see, I have a purple petunia just as an annual for some added color next to it, and just that orange contrast with the purple, it's very eye-catching. And anytime you're trying to really make colors pop, that's my trick. You just, whatever color you have, you just pick the opposite color and put it near it, and then both colors really pop and shine. So once again, excellent plant, absolutely beautiful plant. Next, we're going to go over to another type of echinacea, And, you know, even though I'm not a huge fan of pink in my garden personally, like I said before, I love it in other people's gardens. I can truly appreciate it there. But I had to get this plant because the color, it's not a pink. You know, it's really, its name is Double Scoop Raspberry. And yeah, you know, it really has a raspberry-ish color to the petals, and it's just gorgeous. And same thing from a distance, even though it's not like as hot as the colors, the red and the orange, it really just shines and pops. So this is a different series of Echinacea, so it's not going to be as short as the Sombrero series, but when it comes to longevity of the blooms, it's going to bloom for a long period of time as well. And same thing, as you can see, it just opened up not too long ago. So, you know, here's a fully open flower, and as you can see, it has a double petal. And the double flowers, they're a little different. They have kind of that poofy top. And still will attract butterflies, but overall, if you're really trying to focus on a garden with to attract pollinators, it is best to stick with single flowers. It's just easier for pollinators to get what they need out of the plant, out of a single flower. That's why I don't have too many double flowers in my garden. But you know, I do have a few, and this is one of them. It's an excellent plant, and you can see this is flower coming, and kind of neat looking when it's already spent, meaning, you know, done blooming. Has this cool little ball to it, kind of neat. So yeah, so this isn't going to be as short as I said. This one's going to get a little taller. You know, this can get more like 24 inches or higher, maybe up to even, you know, 26, 28. It's currently at about 2 feet right now. But what a beauty. And, you know, same thing, full sun, well-drained soil. And if you can see in the background there, there's a pesky little beetle on my Becky Shasta daisy. But as you can see, you know, back to the design aspect, I have that beautiful raspberry color in front of that really nice white country looking daisy. So that's a nice color contrast right there. It does really pop. And because of its height, you know, same thing. This is something that maybe in the middle of your garden somewhere, or more towards the front, depending on how tall your plants are in the garden. It doesn't get super tall, but it's not super short and or mounding. So just make sure you put it in the right spot. We're going to go over, check out another variety. It's in the same line of coneflower. This one right over here, she hasn't been planted yet, but she's beautiful. Also in the Double Scoop series. This is Double Scoop Mandarin. And wow, I mean, really, once again, just I'm not a huge fan of pink in my garden, but this has some pink, but it has that orange. It just looks so tropical, and it's just a stunning color. I mean, it's just gorgeous. So really, it can get away with it in my garden because it almost has that coral look to it. Same thing when it comes to height and everything. It's the same series, so it's gonna, you know, get at least a couple feet high, maybe higher. And it's also gonna have that double flower because the flowers just started emerging out of this plant and it's younger. You're not quite seeing it as much as you did on the other one, which is a little bit more of a mature plant. But it's gonna have that same look. And yeah, gorgeous. And back to the whole design aspect, like I talked about, if you want to make colors pop, you know, something like that, having a really nice purple behind it, that's going to be really eye-catching if that's the look you're going for. If you want to have it look eye-catching but still be, you know, just a little more subtle, look at that with the same thing with that white daisy. It's really... It's just beautiful. It's a nice color combination. You can't go wrong. The only thing I would say in a design aspect is just don't put all the same types of colors together. I mean, there's no really right or wrong way to design something. It's really, at the end of the day, what you like, what you want to do, what makes you happy at your home. But just personally, in my opinion, for the years I've been doing this kind of stuff, clients that I've worked with typically are happy with the way I place different colors. You know, they like that pop. And if they don't want the pop, they want something more kind of easy going. You know, let's say you have different shades of purples, you know, you can pair with different shades of blues and then pair it with some whites, and then that's going to pop in its own way, but it's not going to be as loud, I guess, and as hot as some of these other colors, but it's still going to be just as beautiful. So there's a lot of different ways, as I said, to design, but that's just some of the ways that I do it if I'm really looking for a nice pop. So that's it for today. Please watch my next video, and just remember, you can do it, anyone can do it, and I'm here to help. Have a great day, guys. See you next time. Bye.